What's up, everybody? Cam and Chris back again.
Chris and Cam.
Got another video. This time we got rappers who lied about their past. Who you think would be on this list? Just off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, who will be on this list?
Yeah.
Sheesh. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know who I would pick, who I would say. That's interesting. I don't know. I got to see this because I got to see
Who
this.
lied about?
What do they mean? Like how they grew up? Like what
Tekashi
they did?
6ix9ine. This ain't no real list if he ain't on there.
Why? What you think? What you mean? What he said about his past? See, I don't know that.
About him being a blood and all that.
Oh, that
all
type of stuff.
So, yeah, that was cap.
Okay, I wouldn't. Again, I ain't never listened. I ain't get into him. I could not get into him.
I can't think of nobody else.
Dang, you only got one person. How many? It say rappers, so it's gonna be multiple.
I just off the top of my head. Now, when we see it, we gonna be like, oh yeah, okay.
Well, if it's true, how we know that this ain't this is true?
This not true. We don't know. People
So,
gonna tell us.
Oh yeah, they're gonna tell us. We gonna hear about it. So come on, let's go.
Let's check it out.
Our story is important when you're trying to break into the rap game. Fans don't want to hear street bars from dudes who grew up in the suburbs.
Ooh,
So rappers lie about they come up for clout. Today, we're bringing down the biggest rappers who lied about their past and ended up getting exposed. Back in 2020, a drill rapper from Staten Island named CJ blew up off the track Whoopty. In the video, him and his homies were rocking red band.
He had a cold soul. Whoopty.
Oh yeah, what happened with him? I gotta hear.
Let's go.
Bandanas, and fans thought he was repping the Bloodhound Brims. Whoopty is agreeing that the Brim started, but CJ claimed he invented the phrase and said he was going to trademark it so no one else can make money off of it. This led to a dude named LeBrim making a phone call from prison and calling CJ out. LeBrim was hit with a 30-year sentence back in 2019 for his connection to the Bloodhound Brims, but he didn't appreciate CJ for jacking the phrase. On the call, he said,
"So I'm going to take a moment to set the record straight for y'all. I see there's a lot of controversy over this Whoopty thing. So first and foremost, CJ made a hot song, but the content that he used, that's not his content. So his foundation is based off a lie. He's not Whoopty. He don't know nothing about Whoopty. He just seen a fly splash and he jacked it, which is a smart move, but in life you got to show respect and you can't live a lie. Now you jacking something that they got dudes in jail for. They gave me 30 years for a lifestyle full of allegations of a lifestyle that you talking about that you never lived."
Other drill rappers like 22 G's also called out CJ for being an industry plant. CJ clapped back with a freestyle and said, "First things first, I'm his squad Brim, and if you got a problem with it, you can suck my niggas want to kill me because I probably crazy how a call my brother done turn snitch." His squad Brims are another blood set, but it's not clear if CJ is actually affiliated with them. His uncle also works at the label he signed to, which makes it look like the industry plant rumors are true. If CJ just showed respect to the dudes who came up with Whoopty, there wouldn't be an issue. But instead he lied about where it came.
Yeah, I wonder why not? Why not just get him a shout out?
Yeah, that's all you
You know
gotta
what
do.
I'm saying?
That would have been simple enough.
Now, I don't know if they'd try to extort him and get some money out of him, but
Yeah,
still,
but right, at least he did
at
that.
least they would have kept their mouth quiet about something. Because you ain't heard nothing else from him.
I have not.
And maybe it's because of that. That song was hot, too.
It was.
But, hey.
Came from and got aired out by a bunch of dudes who are really street certified. In 2015, a skinny white kid from Ohio named Slim Jesus dropped a
Now, that's Slim Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Slim Jesus. I can't believe I forgot about him.
You did mention him the other day.
No, I'm talking about just now when I was like, who come to the top of your head? Slim Jesus should have been the first name that came out of my mouth.
No, but you mentioned him the other day,
yeah.
and I was like, who is Slim Jesus?
Right.
Oh, we was watching that other guy video then. Remember?
I got to show you his video.
Yeah, okay, because I don't know
His
him.
first video. We got to do it.
Okay, I don't know him.
track called Drill Time. It sounded like something straight out of Chicago, with Slim dropping bars like, "I f with savages, you a f boy you can't hang. You can find me posted up on Frank Block with my f***ing gang. You ain't really bout shit, stay out my spot, don't speak my name. Or I'll pull up on your block at night, wearing all black, and let that 40 bang." The track went viral, and Slim Jesus was getting talked about everywhere online. Some people thought it was all a joke, but others said he was really about that life. But a month after Drill Time came out, Slim talked to DJ Vlad and told him it was all cap. In the interview, he said,
For the most part on the street shit, like, I got homies that are in that shit, and I know people who are, and people around me. I mean, I'm not out here catching bodies and shit, obviously.
Slim says he was rapping about guns and killing people because he thought it was cool and would get him attention. After he admitted he was just rapping for clout, The Game said, I saw Slim Jesus, I thought he was cool. Then I seen the other shit when he was like, I don't really do this. It's too late. You got people who really doing it that are offended. Slim had some threats sent to him from dudes really living that life, but luckily, nothing serious ever went down. Slim is still dropping music, but his last single barely racked up 30K streams on Spotify. He went viral for a few days back in 2015, but it looks like everyone moved on after he admitted to capping. 21 Savage hasn't been in the game that long, but he was already on his way to becoming an Atlanta legend. He's been repping Zone 6 his whole career and talking about his wild come up in the streets. That's why the whole world was shocked when news broke that 21 was actually from London. In 2019, 21 was arrested by ICE for being in the US illegally. A rep from ICE told CNN his whole public persona is false.
Now this one is a stretch. Now come on, man.
What if he still
He was
lived
born
in-
over there, yeah, but he moved over here when he was little.
Right, okay.
Now him growing up in Atlanta, I don't care if he was 13.
Mm-hmm.
If he was in the streets from that point on,
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, what more you want from him?
So he came in. So right. So do we know when he came over?
I
Do we
think
really know?
he was younger than 30. I think he was like, I don't know. Maybe he'll say it. Let's
Okay,
see.
let's see. Oh, I
He
just
actually
said
came
right
to
there.
the US from the UK as a teen and overstayed his welcome. Situation isn't really that simple though. 21 moved to Atlanta legally with his mom when he was 7 years old. He went back to the UK for a
7.
month when he was 12, and when he came back to Atlanta, his visa allegedly expired. 21 told ABC News that he never really tried to hide his past, but he kept it low-key because he didn't want to get deported. He said, I didn't even know what a visa was. I went in the first grade here, so I don't really remember too much.
Right.
I remember like my grandma's house, and that's probably about it. I didn't really do much here. I've been in Atlanta probably 20 years, 19 years. I'm from Atlanta. In my eyes, I wasn't trying to hide it. But I didn't want to get deported, so I wasn't going to just say, I wasn't born here, world. 21's case is still pending right now, but hopefully he gets the situation sorted out soon. It's clear that Atlanta is home to him, and he's
Right.
giving back more to his community than pretty much any other rapper in the game.
Oh, yeah, that
6
don't
9
make
popped off with the track Gummo in 2017 and acted like he had been gangbanging his whole life. On the hook, he said, I'm on some robbing shit, take the do the dash in the whip, count the cash in the whip. I pull up with a stick, I let that shit hit. And in the video for the track, he had a bunch of dudes from the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods. One of the Bloods in the video was a dude named Shotty, who ended up becoming 6 9's manager and introduced him to other dudes in the gang. Before the Gummo video, 6 9 never repped the gang. He was from the area and knew some dudes, but never actually joined the set. After he linked up with Shotty and the other 9 Treys, 6 9 allegedly got involved with all kinds of street activities like pushing weight, attempted murders, and more. But at the same time, he was blowing up in the rap game like crazy and was starting beef with tons of people in the industry. Everyone knows that 6 9 eventually flipped on the 9 Trey Bloods and got his manager and ex-homies locked up. But Fat Joe claims that 6 9 was never in the streets anyways. Back in May, Joe went on the Expert Opinion podcast and said 6 9 is a sucker. He's a sucker, this dude here, this type of shit this doing, I'm convinced he wanna die. I don't wish it on him or nothing like that, but I'm convinced he's miserable in his body. He can't look in the mirror. Joe claims that back in 2018, he tried to kick some game to 6 9 and told him to be careful how he was moving in the streets. According to him, 6 9 said it was all an act and he wasn't actually out there committing crimes. 6 9 clapped back and said it was all cap, but Fat Joe is a New York legend and 6 9 is known as the biggest rat in hip hop. So most fans are believing Joe's side of the story.
Of course, the GMC Terrain offers different drive modes. What about Weekend Warrior mode?
Rick Ross blew up back in the 2000s off of tracks like Hustlin'. He built up his image as a Scarface type dude who moved weight and ran the city. He even named himself after the legendary drug kingpin Freeway Ricky Ross. But in 2008, a website called The Smoking Gun posted a picture of Rick Ross wearing a prison guard uniform. At first, he denied that the picture was him. He even called out The Smoking
Wait, why you laughing at the picture?
This is so funny. This is a funny picture. He
Right.
looked like
It's like when they catch you in a picture, they always catch you in the baddest
yeah, the
position.
worst.
Look,
Yeah, like that's a funny picture. Oh my goodness.
Gun in a freestyle and said, I'm the boss and I'm laughing at your blogs. I'm the glue in the streets, meaning I can get you stuck. The world knows where the fuck I'm from. Sell rock, 20 chains, and I never lost one. Heavy on the block, never on the net. Ross told All Hip Hop, online hackers put my face when I was a teenager in high school on other people's body. If this shit was real, don't you think they would have more specifics, like dates and everything? But more evidence came out later. Ross coped to working as a CO. He told Don Diva magazine, yes, it's me. I never tried to hide my past. I never ratted on a I never prosecuted a I never locked up a That's first and foremost. When I'm making my music and I'm talking about blow, it's because I did it. When I say that I'm rich off cocaine, it's because I did it. A lot of people thought the news would be a huge hit on his career, but Ross made it through the situation without losing too much respect. He's still selling records about pushing weight, so obviously his fans weren't too pressed about the line. Tyga has been in the rap game since he dropped his debut mixtape back in 2007.
What he should have did was said, how you think all the bad stuff, drugs and all that stuff get into prison?
That's what I'm about
Through
to
the
say.
COs.
Exactly.
He should
That's
be like,
what I was
"I've been
about
doing
to
this,
say.
son."
That was an easy way to...
But I guess just having that title, people gonna look at you wrong anyway. When
he had a job. He was, my thing, he was being smart about it. Because if he
Being
was
legit.
doing it, yeah. So I'm like, how you mad at that?
You know, hey, people gonna take shots.
I mean, you ain't got to tell your whole life.
It didn't hurt them at all.
No. I mean, they tried.
They
But,
tried.
I mean, come on. All right, let's see what he's talking about.
Let's see what he talking about.
Fans weren't too pressed about the line. Tyga has been in the rap game since he dropped his debut mixtape back in 2007. His whole career, he claimed that he came up in Compton, but in 2012, an unaired pilot for a show on MTV leaked, and Tyga was caught in a lie. Footage from a game show called Busta started going around online, and in the clip, Tyga claimed that he actually grew up in the Valley and had a comfortable life. He said, "Grew up not too tough, parents had a Range Rover, doing it big, not too much hard, but I'm still street." Tyga hopped on Twitter to defend himself and said, "When you're 14 and ambitious, you don't give a fuck about anything. Scripted TV, isn't that what we all live for? Ha 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 ha." And in an interview on Power 106's Big Boy's Neighborhood, he said, "The intro beginning was scripted. I never grew up in the Valley. I lived in Compton/Gardena my whole life." According to Tyga, he was just young and ready to do whatever it took to break into the industry. He said, "I'm young, I'm ambitious, I don't care. I'm getting a check for this. I'm about to be on TV. At this point in my career, I'm at a point where I work so hard, and for people to try and throw negative stuff, it's just retarded." The video didn't really hurt Tyga's career, but fans definitely looked at him differently after it came out.
YouTube Music Premium is an experience that gives you complete control of your music. So you can listen.
Come to
But yeah, I don't know if people really look at Tyga as street anyway.
I was about to say, who thought he was street? When did he?
I mean, he was cool. I know he was. I think he was a blood, right? Or is a blood.
Is he? I ain't
But
never
nobody
thought
looked
he
at him
was-
like he was just gangster.
Me either. I mean, I never thought that.
Right. So
I never
it
even.
shouldn't have hurt him.
Right.
People think some of this stuff really gonna hurt you. It only hurts you if your fans are street dudes, and that's rarely when you get big. That's rarely who your fan base is.
I mean, it's still okay. Let's just say he grew up in Compton. Does that automatically mean he gotta be
Right.
gangster? He
It's
gotta
normal,
be street.
right.
Why you can't grow up in
It's
Compton?
regular people from Compton.
right? And still be a good kid. Still have a good, like you're not. Your parents don't let you be out there in the streets. That don't happen with everybody.
Yeah.
But
But if you're a gangster rapper, they gonna look at that.
I know, but we know some people just rap about what they see, what they hear. They take that and run with it. We know some people do that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I ain't never thought he ain't never looked gangster to me. Not to me. I mean, even Tekashi, I could never get into Tekashi 6ix9ine though. He just looked, I can't even, he don't look scary to me. He don't look thuggish to me either. He looked.
But he talked like he was.
No, well, I ain't
I
never
guess
listened
him
to
and
him.
his boys was all them.
His
Nine
boys
Trey
were.
Bloods.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were, right? That's
Yeah.
what they said. And I don't know. I think the Rick Ross thing was, that was, I mean, the man had a job while he was doing what he was doing. That ain't,
Right.
I mean, that was smart, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Who else was on it? Oh, I don't know about the Slim Slim Jesus.
Now Slim Jesus the only one that's
Well, he didn't look gangster to me. I would have thought he was not telling the truth from the beginning. I'm like, now he is not
Right.
for real. There's no way he would have convinced me that he was from the streets. He was gangster.
you never know.
He
them
don't
type
look
of cats
like
be
it.
the ones that have all the guns.
He may have the guns. Don't mean he was out there with them. He may have them. Don't mean he was out there with them.
Never
Two
know.
different things.
People show them at your school shooting.
Yeah, that's what I said. He would
Just
have
like
them.
that.
I said in the streets. I didn't say he didn't have
Yeah, I know
guns
what
or that
you're
he
saying.
wouldn't shoot somebody like
You
that.
just not gonna automatically think.
I just wouldn't see him
He's
out in the
still
streets. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's two different things. It's two different things.
Yeah.
So,
you're right.
but that was interesting.
That was funny. That was some good ones.
That was some good ones. I don't know who else. Who else was on that one? I was surprised by. Oh yeah, that's Savage 21. That wasn't good because
Yeah,
that wasn't fair. That wasn't fair.
Just because he
But
was.
then
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah,
He just had to throw one more in there.
yeah, that didn't make sense. Even when people talked about that, he still grew up in Atlanta. You can't say because he was born somewhere that don't make him.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, please let us know if they should have had somebody on there or somebody
Stop
shouldn't
the
have been
cap.
on there. Right? Just let us know because I would like to know any more people.
Thank y'all for watching.
Thank
Y'all
y'all.
like the video, subscribe, please. If you're not subscribed.
Please.
Hit that notification bell.
Thank y'all.
Peace.